So this is Christmas 2025. Gifts have been opened. There's nothing really left under the tree. The lights still sparkle. Poinsettias are still in bloom. And I still live in celebration. Aside from the very untimely death of Adam the Woo, which has, I will be honest with you, really rocked me. But this has been a beautiful first Christmas in my new home. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Good morning. Hello. Oh my goodness, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. And I just wanted to get a few thoughts down before Amy and Ari came over. The first thing I really wanted to address, though, is the passing of Adam. It was a big one, right? If you're in our little vlogging community, our Disney vlogging community, that's a really big exit for right before Christmas. God bless him. God bless him. He was a really good example of living your life the way you want to live your life. Being good to your friends, being kind to people, rising above any weird cards the world or life dealt you, and following your heart, following your dreams. And I thank him for that. It's just so strange and so crazy. There's so many people leaving right now. I have a good friend of mine and we talk about it frequently. We're like, there's like a death portal open right now, and I think people are leaving before the final transition next year into the new era. Very woo-woo, I get it, but there are so many people. I don't think there's a person that I know that hasn't lost someone or a pet, one or the other. And that, puts a little bit of a damper on the Christmas spirit, but do know and do remember that the people that you loved want you to be happy this Christmas. And I get being sad because they're not here anymore. There is a sadness to that, but find your joy, find your gratitude this Christmas. Do it for them. Next year is going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a crazy good year, though. I think especially for people who have really been doing the work, that have been really trying to find their heart and their truth and move forward in ways that are full of integrity and truth and authenticity. I think that people that have been doing that are going to have a very good year, probably challenging in some ways. I think a lot of people are going to be getting that rude awakening next year. So if you're one of the people that have been doing the work, keep in mind, be there for your friends, be there for your family, the people that are close to you, be there for them, because people are going to need a shoulder next year, I think. I'm looking really forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to many, many adventures that I plan to take. Not far from home, though, in this next year. I am mostly going to be working on body stuff. I have been off carnivore since Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, I feel terrible. Which you think would be enough motivation to get back on. But I did find the holidays to be difficult. I was doing a lot of things. I was running around a lot. I got busier than I usually do. I cooked. I cooked like a big classic dinner for my kids the other night, which included mashed potatoes and crescent rolls. Lots of carby things. I had both my kids stay over with me last week, and we wrapped that all up with our dinner, and we opened presents, and it was so cute because I kind of went a little overboard because it has literally been, it was probably 2 Christmases before Dave and I separated since I've had an actual Christmas, if I'm honest. And so we're talking 20 years. So this year was really special. And me and my 2 kids were sitting here, and the one started giving me a hard time about something, and the other one's like, nah, She's waited 20 years for this moment. Give it to her. Oh, it brought me to tears. I was like, thank you. That's my younger kid. They always seem to see me, you know. We're not always on the same page about stuff, but they always see me, and I appreciate them so much, so much. But anyway, it was a beautiful time. And then yesterday, Amy and Ari were over. We were going to do our Christmas, like the three of us, Christmas dinner yesterday. But I was so wiped out. The energetic swoosh from Adam leaving, quite frankly, took me out for 2 days. I got about 3 hours of sleep. I was processing a lot of energy, thoughts, feelings. It's weird because, you know, earlier in the year, I put up a video when Charlie Kirk was killed. And I was very emotional over that. And the energy at that time, too. The energy at that time, though, was so chaotic. And there was so much of it that was very hateful. This energy is just grief, and it's sad. But it's honestly just as much energy, just in a smaller pocket, you know? And I find that very interesting. I think it's a beautiful thing to see somebody. And yeah, he had his detractors and people who didn't like him, but I think it's very interesting to see somebody who was just living his life and loved for it. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I'm trying not to get too heavy, but it's been a little while since we've talked, and so like all these thoughts are on my head. But anyway, I will be back with you all. I'm hoping on January 1st, and we're going to start a new year together, 2026. It's going to be a very transitional year because 2027, we're really rock solid in the new era. So this is the year we're going to see light overtake dark. And I think we're going to see the collective come together in ways that they haven't yet. Because let's face it, you guys, we've been in this shift since 2020, January 2020. And we have just been getting like pummeled over and over and over again. We got to take my sister's car in because it's still not running right. We got to take my sister's car in for a walnut blasting. It's like, I think we could probably use a walnut blasting to get all the gunk out of our heads and our hearts and our minds and from the last 4 years. But I want to go so far as to say, I promise you, it's about to get better. It's about to get so much better. But you have to believe, and you have to trust, and you have to stay in faith, and you have to keep following your heart. Because that's how you end up in your promised land. It's how you get the things. Up until 2 days ago, and the news broke about Adam, I had the whole week, I had just been like breaking down in tears of gratitude, like multiple times a day, just in doing things, just in wrapping presents, just in planning Christmas, just in being in this apartment, having a Christmas tree, and it's live, and I love it. And I got poinsettias this year too. I don't know what I'm going to do with them after Christmas because I won't throw them out. So I'm going to have to find a pot for them for the garden or something. But just so much gratitude. So much gratitude. And so many pieces of my life personally have come together in the last week or so. Just a real solid knowing of what I want my 2026 to be. And I'm going to take you guys with me, and we're going to have such a good time. We're just going to have such a good time. I really want to bless you all with love and insight and hope and faith. And I just want to do my part for the shift and for humanity. That's such a big, weird way to put it. But like, I know that I'm here with purpose and with a mission. And my mission isn't necessarily to vlog, but it is a part of what I do. It's part of what I found. It's part of the thing my guides directed me to. And so I know that it's important. I know that it's a good thing. It's a good thing for me and for my heart. And I know that it's touched some of you very much as well. I wish that I had vlogged the 365 rather than live streamed because, Facebook recently took down all of their live streams. So those are all gone now. That whole year that we spent together, it's gone. And that hurts. Aside from a couple of random videos that are on here that I did do, because that's when I started playing with the idea of vlogging. But 2026, I'm gonna do a lot more documenting. Although, like I said, I don't have any grand adventures planned. I don't plan to travel next year or do anything like that. I really just want to get things super solid. I want to really work on my health and my body and my fitness level, and I want to continue my story channel. I've got a really great idea for that channel, but it's going to be a lot of work, I think, to put that together. So I'm going to be working on my story channel over on the Sim channel and telling stories there, and I might include snippets of them on videos here. I'm thinking about doing a weekly vlog, if you will, that kind of includes some story time, because that's such a me thing, you know. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so I'm actually, and I've been talking here for long enough, so I'm gonna cut this off and go get my roast out. I'm cooking a prime rib roast today, which is great because like those things are so expensive usually, but at the holidays Publix had them on like a half price special, so I bought one, and I'm gonna cook that for Amy and Ari and I today, and we're gonna watch some Christmas movies, and we're just gonna hang out and be, you know, we're not gonna go anywhere, we're not gonna do anything, we're just gonna be. Originally I had, you know, dinner reservations out at Disney, and we did that for Thanksgiving, and it was lovely, and I'm so glad that we did. But for Christmas, I don't know. I just want to be in my apartment this year. Next year, I don't think that'll be the case. I don't think that'll be the case. I think I will be out next year. So I really want to appreciate this Christmas and this moment in time. And I hope that wherever you are in the world today, that you are feeling loved and blessed and safe and seen. I hope that you're happy. I really want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. When you find your joy, when you find your place, when you find that path, it changes everything about you, about your life. And if you're able to see this video, you are so privileged, because most of all the time before us in life, that's not been a thing. Think of how privileged we are. Think of how blessed we are. Even if you don't have much. I don't have much, but I also have everything, you know? Find the goodness in your life. And know that if there's stuff going on in your life that you don't like, you have the power to change it. It's not easy. As we go into next year, I'm going to start telling you guys some stories and some of the harder times of my life. Boy, leaving Virginia for Florida, that was probably the darkest time in my life. And I hate it, and I don't like to talk about it, and I don't really want to go there, but there are moments of it that I do want to share. And there are just other moments across the course of my life, things that I've learned, things that I've experienced. I was talking to God last night after Amy and Ari left, and I was thinking about this one other Christmas that I've always held as one of my favorite Christmases. It was spent at Disneyland. It was probably the Christmas after my sister left for Pennsylvania, so my heart was broken. But Disneyland did Christmas up different that year than they had been doing. And it was more magical and special, and the Disneyland Hotel had these amazing little moments. They had an ice rink out on the lagoon. They had Talon, the teller of tales, and my kids, boy, they, particularly the older one, because the younger one was still pretty small, but the older one, he just loved. I would take him over there almost every day to hear Talon tell these stories, Christmas stories. They were great. And the shop there over the water had all of these trees, and they were so magical, each one done up a little different. And that's where I met Edgar the bubble blowing elephant, because they had all these different, there was like a bear and I think a fairy. I can't remember what they all were, but all these little figurines hidden in the trees that were blowing bubbles. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's the most magical thing I've ever experienced. and I couldn't afford one. They were $65 and I could not afford one. But years later, 5-6 years later maybe, I found one in like a Dollar Tree kind of a place. It wasn't $1, but it was, you know, like Big Lots. It was something like that. And I bought it, and I still have it to this day, although I could not find his plug this year, so I didn't turn him on this year. I haven't had him out of the box for years because I haven't been doing Christmas. So I was looking at him last night and remembering that Christmas, and that Christmas I hold is one of my most beautiful Christmases. I was so lonely. I was so lonely, in large part because my sister had left. You know, I was so lonely that year. Like, I remember just being grieved and crying. And so I understand. I mean, I've been there. I've grieved and I've been lonely. And if that's where you are, you can still see the beauty around you. Do it for yourself. Because I look back at that Christmas as one of my most beautiful Christmases, despite the pain I was in, despite the loneliness, despite the grief I was feeling. So I didn't mean to go down that little tangent, but I did. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say, well, not goodbye. I'm going to say, see you later. See you on the next one. I thank you for being here. I thank you for blessing me this year with this new channel. I thank you for people that are here that have followed me for years at this point. Thank you. I thank you so much. Next year is going to be our best year yet. It just is. And if you were here with me during the 365 in 2016, 2017. I always want to say 2015, and it wasn't. 2016 to 2017. We're going to come together again. And I am really solid here in my life. And that's going to allow me to do the things that I've dreamed of doing that I've not had the bandwidth or capability to do so far. And it starts with my body and my health. That's got to be my priority. But my second priority is going to be connecting and sharing. So I'm excited. I hope you all will be too. There's lots coming. I love you very much. And I wish you the most blessed Merry Christmas and the happiest New Year. I'll see you soon.